welcome back. Happy fuck it Friday. Cause why give a shit about anything? Um, so events on this channel have kept me out of the loop for 2 weeks, aka Kathy Nestor and Dickie Novak, the two worst lawyers in the history of lawyering. And I can officially say that I have some PTSD from last week. I never, ever, ever want to feel that much pain and that have that much headache watching a court hearing. I never want to push my computer off the desk like I did last week. And that is saying a lot considering we are doing Hales updates today and all the shit show that this is. So joining me today to update me on everything I missed, because there has been a lot, Spawn Trooper.
Once I was a small boy.
How are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello. Shit.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
How are you today?
Oh, well, I had a fantastic stream. Basically, I could not resist taking a piss out of Life Jacket Lips.
So with that, I know a lot of things happened yesterday. A lot of documents came out.
Yeah.
However, there are some things we are going to talk about, and there are some things that we are not. Because of the fact that I have been informed by a close family friend, and I've been in contact with some people. Ergo, I am going to keep my mouth shut on most of the stuff that's new so that I don't say something wrong. Because of the fact that I have been in contact with people. And I'm going to leave it at that. However, yes, it's been a wild couple days. So I've seen.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I am totally out of everything that I want. Well, I mean, okay, there's a lot of stuff I want to say. There's a lot of stuff that I need to start a round table thing. Do you know what? I think I'm going to do that is start a round table, and right in the middle, we're going to have the question, and everyone, right? And then once we come to a conclusion answer, we'll then put it in writing and then send it to a judge who's not looking at the Webb telescope and looking at multiple fucking solar systems. Freaking space cadets. Jesus.
So because of I was resent a document that I had already had, but I don't know where it was. But I was resent a document a few minutes ago.
And by the way, Rattis, smell lingers is because you got your mouth open. Oh, by the way, you're not the only one who's got chubby fingers, slippy fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think SMN's in competition with you.
What did he do?
Oh, I'm going to bust his balls out. You know what? You guys have been busting my balls.
Okay, so to tell the chat,
yes,
what he is talking about is the ever so sweet...
Hang on. Yeah, carry on.
He needs a Dr. Pepper for this.
Yes, I got to enjoy this one. Yeah.
Jason, and I know you're here. Oh, Jason got a membership. Thanks, Stacy, for gifting 5 memberships. And Jason got one.
Yeah, he got one in my house as well.
Speaking of Jason, he had made a comment to me in Spawn's chat, and I wanted to go to his channel so that I could screenshot his channel and I could remember the comment so that I could connect. We could connect later.
Yes.
And somebody came up and decided to try to hurt me again. And I hid him from Spawn's channel. I unhid him.
Mm-hmm.
However, the chat between the chat moving and a 3-year-old trying to kick me,
Mm-hmm.
I had slippy fingers. Which is the
Mm-hmm.
second time because I did it to one of my own mods
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks ago because I dropped
Mm-hmm.
my phone. So
Sure.
Spawn is taking the opportunity to completely make fun of me. But apparently he's making fun of SMN too, which I'm all here for.
I think it's bloody hilarious now that I didn't realize that this was turning into a competition. Because the thing is, I haven't done it to anybody yet.
Well, so before we get going on these, I was sent screenshots of this again, and I am just making sure that I redact email addresses and phone numbers um so that YouTube doesn't yeet my stream, because we know how they love, doing that and I don't want to give any of my haters any ammunition. So
Oh, that's heresy, Roy.
what did Roy do?
I can't say the word I can't say the word.
Hmm.
It's a no word. It's a like no. Mm-mm. No, but I tell you one thing. Like I agree with you. There's certain things that you can say and certain things you can't say, and I don't think it is worth it. No, yeah,
I
but you know what
cannot I cannot the one that was obtained in a FOIA request, I believe is the other one I cannot speak to.
Yeah,
The one that was shown on somebody else's channel and that has been shown on multiple people's channels, I cannot personally speak to for reasons.
yep.
And that's I have been advised by people smarter than me not to discuss it. So I'm not. Oh, I want to though. like like boy do I want to. This is one of those like, ugh, as Jason says,
Oh,
this guy up, this guy again.
just bear with me a sec. My queen's just come. She's
And
just.
and I am just making sure that I don't um
Yeah, not a problem. I'll be right back. Be right back,
okay.
people.
So I would, before we start anything off with allegations of what somebody said about who did what. Um we're just going to remind people of, and I was sent these by the author. Okay, I downloaded that one twice. So, and I'm going to do them in order they were sent to me, so I have to actually look at the order they were sent to me so that I don't I get this right. Cuz I want to make sure that we get the record correct. Oh, trust me, I want to. The conversations I had with people yesterday were fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. However, we're just going to not do that cuz the same people told me to, and someone I love and trust gave me very good advice not to open my mouth and say anything. So we's going to do that. So
Hello. This
I just
welcome to the bus. What?
these were sent to me again about 5 minutes ago. Well,
What am I looking
so
at?
we are going to
Yeah.
share this one first because I have to
Can I
make sure
just
I'm
say something
sending
before we do?
possibly.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just to point out, the views and opinions on this stream tonight are from our personal opinions. And if they hurt your feelings, there is a place in the corner just down to the left. It's called the Feel and Hug Me Self area. Okay.
And if
So
your
if you.
feelings get hurt, you can rub some tallow truth on it. It really does hurt. We call it
Oh,
the boo
nice
cream in my
plug.
house.
And by the way, you got your QR code right over your right shoulder.
Yes, I'm going to remove that and move it to this other side.
You see, I
Yes.
didn't want. See, like, can I say something? This is how much I respect Squid and Rattus and everyone else. I have them as well. However, I think, out of fairness, I think Squidicus Maximus Tentaculus should have used them. So there you go. Oh, you're vaping.
Well, here, I didn't ask my lawyer about this, but it's somebody who's good friends with the law firm. We'll just put it that way.
Yes.
I'm
So this,
confused. We have freedom of speech. Why be silent? I am silent not because I have to be. I am silent because the process will work better if I don't tell people the process. You know?
plausible deniability, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks.
Yeah, but not that one, but the actual F-bomb, we call that the boo-boo cream in our house because it has honey in it, and honey is an natural antimicrobial. So every time we get a bump, a scrape, every time I rip my hands at the gym like I did this morning, we call that the boo-boo cream. So you can rub some boo-boo cream on it. So just a
Hi, Heidi.
reminder, everything with the school that someone named Voldemort is accusing Jeremy of, the person involved has literally admitted to it multiple times that they emailed. And look, I have the freaking email.
You see, can I just stop you? I need to say this, but I forgot to say it on my stream. I am so sick and oh, my pretty, so much loving me. You didn't come into my stream, but you come here. Right, I remember that. I see how it is. Both mothers ignore me. I get shit off one, and the other one ignores me. Wait till Christmas. Anyway,
So
here's,
Mr. Squid got a new one, and I stole his.
here's the thing, right? Why does it take multiple people to point out the same thing for other people to actually come to terms that it is actual factually true? I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry, but right now I've gone to fucking level 7 because it's pissing me the fuck off. Because, like, and I'm not talking about you guys in this community or my community. I'm talking in general. You know, how much do we have to prove this bullshit before people actually go, oh, right, okay, Duffy, let's go. Let's go back to this. Sorry. I'll shut up. I'll go in the corner.
No, it's not that. It's so this was sent from the person in chat, sent this to me, said I could do whatever I wanted with it.
Yes.
So when Voldemort talks about how Jeremy did something, I have the proof right here that Jeremy, don't take this the wrong way, but Jeremy didn't do shit. And in the good kind of way. But the person who did it is not hiding the fact that they did it. And that's the weirdest part to me, is she's still trying to blame Jeremy for something.
Even though, yeah,
the
it was the
person who
day.
did it, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeremy seems like a nice guy in general. And Tat, nice guys most
Is
of
there
the
alcohol
time,
in that can?
knows how to get under people's skin. Like, I thought I knew how to get under people's skin. Tat does it as a professional career.
Oh,
Like,
Roy's fighting talk. Right, that's fine. No, I mean, here's the thing. Tat announced this. And ever since he's announced it, I have, like, I'll be honest with you, I've been dropping hints at the fact that he publicly announced this, for crying out loud.
Well, and there was one other person that did email the school to see if a 911 call, or what, I can't remember the exact reason, so I don't want to put words in her mouth. But she also was open about it. Nobody who did anything has ever tried to hide anything. And that is what is the weirdest part to me, is you are still trying to blame someone. And Tat is the type of person where you can't get him to do anything. Like, Jeremy couldn't go, hey, would you do this for me? Because, like, he's not, like, no. Like, he's going to be like, that's a decision I made on my own, that nobody told me to do anything. That is not something, yeah.
But
It's on your resume. Yeah,
but
and
don't you?
yeah.
I mean, Squid. Let me ask you a question.
Hence the picture here. This picture and this picture are the same.
I'm going to
So
ask
I
you the
will let you.
question.
Okay.
If you make a step right, let's put. I mean, Jeff, that's a good response, by the way, Jeff Montgomery. It's the first time you've actually said something nice. But anyway, that's beside the point. Right. Here's one thing I want to say. How many times do we have to like? I get it when you point something out, all right. The factual, like this is one of the, like we work with facts. We don't work about hearsay or make up shit. You know, this is a factual thing right now. What everyone is seeing. DJ Ratters is here right now, right? How the hell can someone else be responsible for something when you've got the person and the factual under 100% factual evidence in front of you, and that's that absolute freaking sausage of an individual, right? Is still blaming Jeremy. I don't get I can't get my head around that. You're muted, by the way.
Sorry. This one, I don't believe he contacted the school, but what about the so-called meetup? That one, I'm still a little. I believe that document was real, but the thing I have thoughts about that document, and we can bring it up. And I don't have thoughts about the contents. I have thoughts about the timing, and that's all I want to discuss. Really, is the timing, not so much the contents of what happened. Because I did a stream back in December with the text messages. Um, Going through the text messages just as that were released on Facebook, not that anybody sent me, the publicly released or the
Fuck.
publicly leaked text messages. Remember those?
Shit.
And I had gone through and just to see if they were plausible. And that's all I'm going to say about the actual events. But there are a couple things in there that like don't add up to me as a woman. Um And there's also some things in there that when someone says they are not a they contradict themselves, let's put it that way.
And here's another thing. Why have you got? I mean, I'm going to say this, not you. So this is my responsibility. Right. First of all, through a close friend, I came like I already know that these exist, but I could actually create text messages, and I could make something up very easily, right? And if I knew their number, I could put their number at the top, and I could post that. And the only way that other person could prove that it's fake is by showing their phone. Now, here comes the second thing, right? I just can't. What I can't understand is this: why are you having a personal conversation with a police officer who dealt with your case? Now, I have been told by multiple people that sometimes the police will have they have work phones where you can contact them in regards to updating anything on the case and stuff like that. However, what I find quite strange is if that conversation is about whatever allegation, alleged allegation is, why are you going onto a platform where we know that the people are provocateurs and lie through their teeth and then put that text message up on the screen? Okay, this is from my side. All right, now, can I go to my happy place for 5 minutes, please?
Yeah, I just want to get into this because of some of the things that were said, and I saw screenshots of what was said in people send me screenshots all the time. People post screenshots of everybody's chats all over the place. So, what some of the things that were in chat were I knew he messed with my school, my job, so I'm going to give payback. I just want to go back to the beginning. And the reason that she appears or has stated that she's been on this revenge campaign is because of this that Jeremy had nothing to do with, which is like
Isn't that defamation, slanders, or no? It's
It shows malicious intent in my opinion.
mm,
It shows malicious intent, and that's why I want to go through these really quick, just to give us a refresh of why she said, in her own words,
mm.
that she was setting him up or whatever the screenshot. You showed it on your channel. I don't have it, so but I did see it where it was said, "He messed with my job, so I set him up," or whatever.
Yeah.
Not That's not an exact quote, but I don't have the exact quote in front of me. However, this is just one of those situations where it's like the person who did it admitted it. You know that he had nothing to do with it, yet you're using that as an excuse for your behavior. That to me says that to me says some malicious intent. So this is to the commissioner at the high school and Orange County Public Schools Administration. And I'm not going to read it in detailed because I'm not going to name names. Everybody knows who we discussing.
Would you like
This,
me to read it?
sure.
Okay. To whom it may concern, the Office of Commissioner and at Windermere High School and Orange County Public School Administration. I am writing to formally express a matter of significant concern regarding the vetting procedures, hiring standards, and ongoing monitoring the talent truth. Sorry, I can't see it. Faculty and staff within your institution. As a community member who values transparency, child safety, and integrity of our educational environment, I believe the issue warrants immediate classification and clarification and review. It has come to my attention, although widely circulated discussion, that life jacket lips of your school's faculty chemistry may be actively participating in extracurricular online activities hosted on adult-oriented platforms, including but not limited to OnlyFans, I don't know, and similar subscription-based adult websites. While an individual private life is their own, there is a reasonable expectation that employees working in direct proximity of minors maintain professional boundaries and uphold conduct befitting the standards of the public educational institutions. Life Jacket Lips also owns and runs TikTok and YouTube channels, multiple, where students often appear in the background of videos. I haven't seen this, so I can't comment. These pages are also filed with hate and rage from Life Jacket Lips due to her involvement with several current lawsuits. This situation raises broader questions about how thoroughly employees are vetted during the hiring process, including background checks, social media screenings, and disclosures arrangements. Moreover, it highlights the need to understand whether the school or district has established policies and addresses staff involving in online adult content creation, even if such activities occur outside of school hours and off school property. Considering the potential for reputational impact, conflicts of interest, and student exposure to inappropriate material, these are not abstract concerns. They are immediate, real-world issues that demand clarity. With that in mind, I respectfully request the following. What specific vetting process does Windermere High School currently implement during hiring to ensure that individuals entrusted with the well-being of students adhere to professional and ethical standards, including the discovery of active participation on adult websites? What ongoing monitoring or policy enforcement exists to prevent situations in which school staff maintain public adult content profiles while employed by the district? Additionally, what correctional measures, discipline procedures, or policy reviews are triggered when such situations come to light, and how does the administration plan to safeguard students and maintain community? Right, we'll start the ball up. Down. There you go, thank you. Given the seriousness of this topic, a detailed, transparent response would be greatly appreciated by all parents, guardians, and community stakeholders who expect the highest standards of professionalism from those working within our public schools. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of lesson 1. How to write a well written, well worded question.
Whoop.
Oh, look, I'm small. Hey, I'm small. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's
I think
highly
that
detailed, but none said, "I hate this woman," this,
no,
that, the other.
no,
It was, "Here's a question I have for y'all as a district."
and I
And would
doubt
I
very.
have written that email? Let's be honest, probably not. However, is it people's right to do what they want? Like, is it people's right to AI generate images and post them under a sock account?
And also, may I just point out, if I had wrote this, there would have been a lot of life jackets, lifeboats, and possible a captain or two involved in the transcript. Just saying. Because I'm a sarcastic fucker. Pardon my French.
So there was a response, and I'm not going to show it, but it was the principal that responded. Just saying, "Thank you for your email. Questions regarding the hiring process and background screenings can be directed to our human resources department. Any allegation of misconduct by an employee is investigated through a professional standards department." They don't just go, "We're firing you," and, you know, there's an investigation. Like, it's not a somebody sent an anonymous-ish email and we're taking their word for it. That's not how that shit works. However, that's Felisa thinks just because she shows a police report from the sheriff's department that Jeremy's instantly guilty, but people got to remember it's called a police department for a reason. It's a report. Yeah. I just wanted to bring people to the beginning of where this started. When I saw that comment about he messed with my school, so I'm paraphrasing, this was not the actual quote, but he messed with my job, so I'm messing with him. I was like, but he didn't though. Because the two people that had emailed the school, Radis and the other person, both admitted to it. Neither one of them hid the fact that they emailed the school, and they said exactly why. Radis, you could see his email as to exactly why, and the other person inquired about the I guess the 911 response, or if there was an incident, and I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, got a response that there was no school incident, like emergency procedures type incident. So it's that was like, oh, that's malicious. That was like the first thing that came to my head, and I just had to point that out because I was just like, 4 more super chats for a mute. 4 more super chats for a mute. All right, but this is already giving me a fucking migraine.
I'm back.
He muted himself. And
Yes.
Jason, thank you for the $5 super chat for the Fanta fund. I will make sure he gets it.
What?
Jason sent a $5 super chat.
I hate you right now, Jason. Like you shithead. So he gives you. Oh, I can't say it, can I? Because it's not on my platform. Oh, you lucky fucker.
What?
No, because I can't say it because it's on your platform. So I'm not saying no.
And Ninja Puppy, thank you for the $25 Ko-fi. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. And Volusia1 says, "My God, speak Americanese, please." And that I'm sure that
Yes,
is
sir. Everything you say, sir. Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Feedback full, sir.
I'm pretty sure that one is coming straight from the source. because I don't think that Volusia 2 is in the house right now.
Wait, you're telling me that is the Devolution?
Either that or it's his wife, who's a badass in her own right.
Hey, Felicia. Hello, sweetheart. If it's you. Mwah.
I mean, we thought Volusia 1 was kind of a badass. His wife's a bigger badass.
Oh
No
yeah, yeah,
offense
yeah.
if you were listening, but you know I'm right. I've learned some things, and that is not a woman that I'd ever want to get on the wrong side of. Just
Oh, you
saying.
learned something, have you? Oh,
I've learned a lot.
yeah, yeah.
I've been schooled recently, and
You
I
may
don't.
you maybe learnt a lot, but you still fuck up, don't you, with your little fingers on that little fucking screen there, don't you? Oh, I got one of them in a DM as well. I got 3 now.
JK Films, $2 super chat for the mute. Thank you, my friend.
Now we got another JK, you bitch.
Hey, Tammy, how are you? Good afternoon. I've missed so much. I've been dealing with some health issues and multiple doctor's appointments. Hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are doing well. And Ninja Puppy, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Here's another. I believe that's 5. So
So how long am I getting mute for on this one now?
let's go do the jewels count. I don't know what the jewels actually do.
Right, the jewels you
So
get basically for per jewel or per jewel, it's 1 penny. It's 1 cent. So basically, I mean, like, people are like in mind they're fantastic. It's funny as hell, but yeah, it's 1
yeah, I
penny.
got red carded.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did.
Wait a
Jason
minute.
red carded me. We
Yeah,
gotta talk.
and
I gotta talk to Ashley too, because you and Jason have this like new bromance thing going on. It's kind of cute, but
no, but wait, what? What do you mean? Like, this is how men communicate.
yeah, I know.
Jay, fucking work with me on this one.
Save me.
Save me. Oh, you watched that film as well? The Man Who Shrank.
And Paula Mopicus, thanks for being a member for 16 months. Tough room today. Glad to be a spectator. Yeah, the day started off with
Me getting
me
harassed.
getting my ass kicked.
And that.
Oh, so speaking of when I said the little was trying to curb stomp me or trying to beat me up.
Why don't I get a hawk?
So I was very,
Okay.
very worried. And this is a sidebar about my child. Sorry, y'all, because she starts school soon. And I'm kind of in that, like, I'm happy she's going to school, but I'm also like having a sad mama moment. However, I was very worried about her possibly being bullied because she's the youngest. Like, you have to be 4 to go to pre-K. Well, she'll be 4 for a week before she goes to pre-K. So, like, I was very worried about her in school in general, just being bullied because she's smaller than the rest of the kids. However, within the last 2 weeks, I have a new fear unlocked. My kid is going to be the bully. I am very scared because 2 incidents have happened. Specifically, we were at the gym and some of the other kids, they were playing and they were stepping on her hair. She was yelling at them to get off and they either didn't hear or didn't care. And when she finally got them off of her hair, she got up and pushed shit out of them. Secondly, I last Saturday got in a big fight with the box at the gym, aka I tried to jump on it and it told me to go fuck myself. And I have a bruise about the size of a softball on my shin. Well, she, every time she gets mad at me, wants to literally curb stomp. She will take her heel. If I'm sitting on the floor, she will take her heel and basically stomp right on my bruise. My child goes after your weaknesses. My child sees your weakness and will attack it. She sees what causes you pain and exploits it. I'm now scared my child is going to be a bully. Thanks, Tat. She learned from you. Uh,
Thank
and
God
so
for that. At least I didn't get blamed.
No, but that's what Tat does. He sees what gets under your skin, but that's also what her dad does. So, you know.
Well, let's put it this way, right? As a parent myself and as a father to a young, beautiful young lady, I personally think that young ladies should be able to protect themselves from a very early age, and she is starting very early. So, anyone who
Oh,
picks on her,
she's a beast.
yeah, absolutely.
Why are the
And you know
judges
what? I
so
can
slow in both cases, lips and bankruptcy? I just know that judges are busy all over the
seeking the
country.
story.
I also the slowness is not limited to these particular judges. Slowness is all over the country. If you were watching any of my coverage, and thanks for the people who stuck it out with me.
Thank you, Hale.
Uh, Thanks for the people who stuck it out with me for the Tyler Robinson's preliminary hearing that took us 29 hours of live streaming last week
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
get
a good
through.
point. I have to sue you for that.
29 hours.
Mental anguish.
But the judge in that case is a weakling as well. Kathy Nestor has Judge Graff's balls somewhere in her office. She's got a collection of judges' balls because they caved to her, even though she's an incompetent cunt. Just saying. The bruise is sort of a target. Yes.
Especially, excuse me, especially if you've got shin splint, because if the membrane between the bone and the shin muscle has been bruised, then it is extremely painful.
Well, I had jumped and I didn't quite make it, so I tried to brace myself, and it was a direct, like, it wasn't a scrape down the box. It was a
Yeah, you probably bruised your membrane. You probably might bruised it. So,
and thank you, Volusia1, for the $50 Kofi. I appreciate you very, very, very much.
and by the
Very
way,
much.
Jeff, I got it wrong. It is an eagle. As far as I'm concerned, it's a fucking bird. Right, there you
And JK Films, thanks for the $2 super chat. Number 4. Okay, I am going to. Yeah, she will learn her social skills. I really hope so. Ninja Puppy, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Still trying. I will. And the Freckled Ginger. Hey, my friend.
go.
Don't know what the
Freckled
countdown is for,
ginger.
but if it picks on Spawn, I'm all for it. Thanks for the $5.
Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you.
We have
Good night, Ginger Git.
Freckled Ginger. I need your. I need to talk to you sometime because I am working on fraud cases for my other channel. If you don't follow my other channel, I do have a second channel called Evidence Through Motion. It's where I do a lot of OT, corrective exercise content, fall prevention, stuff like that. But we have also moved into all of the fraud cases, the healthcare fraud. Also, we are debunking or fact checking TikTok and social media healthcare advice. Is it worth it? Is it overhyped? Or is it downright dangerous?
Sorry, say that again.
TikTok health advice? We are
No, because people use TikTok for freaking shorts. I think like I've been watching your other channel, and I do that like in replay, and there's so much positive information and support in there. On TikTok, it'll just be fucking ignored, and X is that's my opinion though.
Well, it's not just TikTok, but that's the easiest to roll off the tongue. But it's social media health advice from influencers who may or may not know what they're talking about. So when something goes viral, we start fact checking it. Like we worked on sleep maxing yesterday, and it was interesting.
Hang on a minute. What is with what? Hang on a minute. What do you mean spawn takedown? I'm not that bad.
But
I'm house trained.
a lot of you guys have already seen these documents because I did not stream anything except for Tyler Robinson last week. 29 hours, 2 streams per day. Holy goodness.
No wonder you needed a break.
Yeah, that's all I streamed last week. So I was out of the loop on everything. Spawn, I usually talk to Spawn at least once a day. like a text, "Hey, this is what's going on," or "What's up?"
Yeah.
or, and he texts me wanting proof of life
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I was a little bit concerned because I knew that like I could tell just by the way I was talking to you and when I was on the platform with you and Flashfan, I could tell. So the other day I didn't hear anything from you for 2 days, and I sent out the old smoke signal.
Flash Fan is trying to forget. If there was, like, something that could blank out your memory, that's what Flash Fan's trying
Oh,
to do right now.
I know how that a 15-pound sledgehammer usually helps with that one.
Like, so while Spawn is muted, we are just going to go over a couple of documents that dropped over the past week when I was completely out of the loop, and this is helping me get back into the what the hell.
I don't
What
think
the
you should
hell of what the Hales.
run away.
We just started with the most obvious because that was all over my Facebook last night. Whether I wanted to pay attention or not,
Hide.
it paid attention for me. And
Save
there's
yourself.
just some things that you just cannot avoid.
Go
And
into
if
witness
people
protection
wonder
program.
why my can keeps changing, it's because I have my electrolyte drink and my energy drink at the same time. Because I don't want to I want to make them last. So I'm taking a sip of one, setting it down, taking a sip of the other. Yeah, I get that. And that's kind of why I'm just and like why I say I don't it's not that I'm not friends with anybody. It's not that I don't want to be friends with anybody.
Oh,
I am
but
just
sorry, just interrupt. Just so everyone knows, don't panic. Bruce Manskin is
is a
a
parody account.
satirical. Yeah, don't I know who it is. Um, but what was his name again? Randy Worthington. Randy, I fully understand that. Like you don't know anymore. What helps is usually you listen to something, you go and look for the facts and the proof, and then you put them both together because at the end of the day, right? Why would and I'm saying this, I'm not trying to kiss Jeremy's ass, but why would Jeremy go out of his way to do things that he's being accused of when he is only protecting himself from a group of individuals who are milking this shit like if it was a new hobby? And look what's happened across the board when you talk about the topics, right? You're either attacked or people just confuse everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
kind of one of the reasons that I only talk about it once a week because it's funny. When I first started talking about it, people were only telling me I was talking about it to
yeah,
grift or to make money. I was like, if I wanted to make money, I would talk about that shit every fucking day. I would like to make money, but I would like to make money with my other topics too, like the court coverage, my
yeah.
evidence through motion channel. I would like to earn a living with this.
I mean,
However,
I mean,
I would like to do it talking about things that when I look back on in 5 years, I'm not going to be like, "Wow, you pigeonholed yourself into drama,"
yeah,
or "You
and
covered every
also,
drama topic that came up."
yeah, and also the fact that because you cover documents, like in a way, you're sort of more protected from all the fallout and the BS. So when you go through the documents, you're actually dealing with factual.
Well,
Uh,
it's one of those things of when someone does come at you with some BS, you can be
yeah,
like, "Listen, I comment on the documents and the stuff that has been shared publicly. I don't know." Like,
hmm,
mm. Yeah, reason that's being strung along, making them money, not you Squid. I know. I just never wanna be accused of that. Um, that's another reason why I don't talk about it because, like, I like the actual case, and, I've said from the start, I want to see if the police, if the court system will start taking online issues more seriously because there has been issues of people self-deleting from online harassment,
yeah, yeah,
and
hmm,
God forbid, I hope nothing ever happens like that on either side of this. However, when is it going to be time for the courts and the police to realize it's 2026? People make a living. There are people who make entire living on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, who are subjected to horrible behavior every day, threats, doxing.
There's even groups out there who spend all day just doing that.
And it's just like, so for me, the interest in this is not only to see finally accountability when I think people haven't been held accountable for their actions like ever. You can tell the people who, when they were little, always got what they wanted, were never told no. And there certain people are the types of people that when they went to somebody else's birthday party, they had to get a gift too. Like that's where I see a lot of people involved in this, or the people who have inserted themselves into this, are the people who, and I like knowing things. I'm a researcher. I like hearing things, talking to people, doing background. Like, I like knowing the tea and hearing little pieces of information here and there and putting the puzzle together.
Mm-hmm.
But that is different than going out of my way to text people, email people. I don't know if it's just me being a recluse and I just want to be left the hell alone, where I'm like, I'm not going to reach out to you because I don't want you to reach out to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, those kids never got invited again and then cried about getting invited. Yes. It's yeah.
Why am I getting blamed again?
Well, and Robert, I've kind of done the same thing. That's why I started focusing a lot on
Oh, that's fighting talk where I fucking come from, Ginger. Freckled Ginger. Oh, that is fighting talk where I fucking come from.
I blame Spawn Trooper for trying to get you into drama. He's got neither odd.
Oh, fucking hell.
And
that day.
Yeah.
I should fucking ban you right
There's
now.
A lot of channel talk or channels that talk shit, but when you say something, you're threatened with suing, even if you say the truth. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that I read the documents. So when I did talk to my lawyer, he was like, "You read the documents. You read the documents." Like of course he said more than that, but the basic gist of it was, you read the. And I told him, I was like, that's why I read the documents, is because when someone wants to go, you're I'm going to sue you for talking shit about me, when it's what you wrote in a document. Okay. Here you go.
I tried.
Here you go. You're welcome. Can you close the door, please? All right. So this was the 8th. This was in the thumbnail case. So I didn't even pay attention. I got a couple emails about it. Bruce got the smackdown, apparently. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. I mean, can somebody inform me on exactly what was said in these court case, in this hearing? Because I am dying to know. Because do you know what happened in this actual hearing?
Well, Rat has put up a link, a post. Basically, the judge denied it, and then listened to everyone, and then denied it again. So it was actually quite comical, and like, Freckled Ginger's overstepped the line actually today. That's an insult that I will not forgive you for a while. Basically, the judge straight away went into it, and he's going to deny it, and then basically the funny name guy, he came out with his spiel. Then the young chap, black chap, I can't remember his name, but he seemed very educated, but he was stumbling over his own words. Robertson from Robertson, I think it was Robertson. And then right at the end, Randall Shockett, he said his piece, and then basically the judge went, "Yep, it's denied." So basically, Deuce is in the poo-poo. And by the way, Feckles, you're now forgiven. Let's carry on.
So you'll put the. Ooh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I owe you big time. I love you. At least you haven't turned into crime, Squid, not serious crime. Well, did you know doctoring police reports is a felony in most states? Just a thought. Are you using Rumble still? I am using Restream, which I have my bone to pick with some of Restream's things too. However, I wish I could piece all of the different streaming services together and be like, you're great. This part of your thing is great. This part of your thing is great. Here's this. This is really great. Can y'all make something that actually is usable for everybody? But we can't have that now, can we? All right. So this was in the Circuit Court of the 8th Judicial District. This is from the judge. Notice of supplemental authority. This was from the 8th. I know it's the 17th. I've been out of the loop, so sue me. Defendant Jeremy Hales, through undersigned counsel, pursuant to Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure, hereby notifies the court of supplemental authority to pertinent to the issues raised in a non-party motion to reopen case and motion to vacate order. Morales v. Reservoir Media Management, jurisdiction to review non-final orders. 3rd District held the Florida courts lack jurisdiction to review non-final order. Granting a protective order addressing a party's escalating pattern of threats, harassment, misconduct, and abuse of process.
Be right back.
Protective orders versus injunctions. The court held that an order designed to manage the conduct of litigation proceedings rather than to grant or deny substantive relief sought in the underlying complaint does not become an injunction simply because it restricts the party's behavior during litigation. Case management orders. The court reaffirmed that orders entered to regulate the conduct of litigants or to control proceedings before the court do not fall within limited category of appealable injunctions under Florida Rule of Appellate Procedure 9130. I mean, so that was submitted by Randy. I think that this is a very important file suit against Squiddy, charging that she needs more fun, enjoyment, and delight. I have fun on a daily basis. I get to have lots of fun tomorrow. I get to go to the gym at 7 a.m. and not leave till 10. Yay. I get to do 2 hours of a workout for competition club and then do another workout with a partner because that's just what I do. Because I like to punish myself, apparently. But that is the last document that is actually in. And this is just one of those. This is just one of those situations where I got emails, and the fact that I didn't go live right away and get to talk about how much this makes me happy. I just. Hey, Turtle Hurdles, how are you? Where have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. I just, the gym is fun. You are twisted. Well, when you have good friends. Oh, and one of my newer friends at the gym is a sheriff's deputy. So it's lots of interesting conversations there. All right. So I am looking through all of these. I've been looking through all of this. Jeremy did Randy filed on the 15th, just a general update. Hey, lurking from Noonan. Hey, neighbor. Better you than me. If I could, I just need to stop eating so much so I could lose weight. The gym is great fun, Robert, when you are leaving it. That is true. It is an interesting time. All right. So this is a status report. And Spawn left. Spawn somewhere. I think Spawn disappeared. There we go. He disappeared again. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I think we've got an intruder above me. I don't know. Something happened, and next thing you know, this is Freckled Ginger's fault. I'm blaming that ginger little fucker. I know where you live. I know where you live. I'm gonna let your tires down,
Apparently,
girl.
when I muted him, it sent his internet into a tizzy. So
No, you didn't hurt my feelings, my dear. Trust me, it'll take more than a blondie with her hair on fire to upset me.
Laughs. Well, I suppose after all, I used to find physical therapy as well. You know, the reason they call physical therapy your personal torturer. You know.
Do you know what? You know what this is? What these people are doing? They're making fun. Making fun of me, is because I'm such a nice person. And do you know what? I'm glad they can make fun of me because at least they're entertained.
Feelings. If you have feelings and they get hurt, you can talk to the focus group, and that's the fuck off.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Feelings.
Oh no, Jay, no, not gas in my fuel tank.
Oh no.
No. I had enough fucking headaches with my fucking car. Don't need that shit.
All right, so this is everybody's favorite thing, a status report that Jeremy has to file. And yes, Jeremy has to file it. Why Jeremy has to file it? I'm convinced it's because he's the most responsible party.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is.
Turtles, yeah.
I need to lose some weight. I just don't want more pain that I already have. Well, here's the thing. That is one thing that we got to talk because I got theories, but not appropriate for this channel. I need to do a Q&A or a Ask Me Anything on the other channel and just...
Wouldn't swimming help? I mean, like, I don't know what her name was. What was her name? I usually, like, when I go scuba diving or I go swimming, it does help quite a bit because you're using more of your body when you're swimming, your muscles, and like a lot of people don't realize when
True,
you
but a
do
lot
go
of
into...
people can't. A lot of people don't have access to a pool.
Right.
Especially
Okay. Yeah.
in
Good
rural
point.
America, a lot of people do not have access to a pool.
Right. Okay. I get you.
My theory as to why Bruce tried to get order set aside if order lifted in Florida, Connecticut, and Massachusetts bar investigation ends. After all, a Florida barring him from Pro Hoc Vice or a license won't hurt him. I mean, that's true.
Good point.
But
the thing is, his motion was
Florida
denied.
Supreme Court cooks him. Yeah, and I haven't seen any documents from the Florida Supreme Court. I have not gone deep diving. I will have to ask Flash Fan because he has a knack for all of these things. Like, I say I can't find something, and then like 30 seconds later, something shows up in my inbox, and it's like, hey, I found it. He's amazing like that. And if you don't subscribe to Flash Fan, please do. We're trying to convince him to start a YouTube channel because he is an amazing human being.
Who's that?
Flash Fan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's an amazing human being, and he is super sweet, and he is my YouTube little brother. And
yes,
we're trying to
actually
convince him to start streaming because he's done it on Discord, but Discord is an awful place to stream because it's so limited. You have to be a member of his Discord, and you have to be available at the specific time. So, you know. And Freckle Ginger, thanks for the $2 super chat. I bet Swan says he is swim his body too.
Do you know, I'm starting to think that Freckle Ginger has the hots for me. Sorry, I'm already taken.
Can Jeremy Hales recoup the cost of status reports? Honestly, out of my purview of information, I don't know. Yes, Flashfan is awesome.
Flashfan is a good guy. I enjoy his company. He's such a nice guy.
Robert, you know? I said Flash Fan. Flash Fan. That's my YouTube little brother. So, status report. Everybody knows the first part, July 3rd. She filed.
Jeff, keep it up, fella. Keep it up.
I think, never mind. And Taz, thanks for the $10 super chat toward legal fees. Thank you.
Jeff. Shit, that was funny.
Hi.
All right.
Mom,
so,
I want up.
You want up?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, sweetheart.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
She will just repeat hello over and over again and then laugh.
Hello.
See? Hey, Shirley. July 15th, the court entered an order. We're going to skip to anything that might be new.
Hello?
That's 10 super chats. Wow,
Mommy,
I just don't.
Dirty.
Yes.
10 super chats. Looks like you have to mute me there, Squid.
Hello?
Done. I muted him. I muted Spawn. She's like, I don't care. A final evidentiary hearing on objection to debtor's claim of exemptions regarding homestead is set to be heard September 15th at 1:30. I feel like this keeps getting moved. p.m. Eastern, as soon as thereafter, as counsel can be heard, U.S. Courthouse. The court set aside 2 hours for this hearing. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again, but I feel like this is going to keep getting moved. Why? I'm not really sure. I just have this weird feeling that somebody is going to stall something again. And it's just going to keep getting stalled and stalled and stalled because that is the only thing we know in this case. So let's that's this. I am just trying to catch up and y'all are watching my brain buffer in real time on how to catch up with this insanity. And we started with last night's bomb dropping only because it was the most recent. However, with the bomb dropping,
Hello?
oh, hey, Spawn, I unmuted you. Hey, Spawn.
Yo.
I unmuted you for a second because did Radis happen to send you a picture?
Of what?
It's 6-7.
It's 6-7. Oh, Jeffrey, you really did it now, didn't you, my friend?
A picture of what?
Picture.
Did you see it? He's not even looking at the screen.
Oh, you prick.
I just have to pay for just have to disagree with this whole pay for mute thing. I did mute him.
Hello? Hello? It's 6-7. 6-7.
Do you see what y'all started? Do you see what
you
you
know,
started?
I'm gonna start. I tell you, I'm getting to a point where I think I need to
6-7.
buckshot. What's painful? Slug or buckshot?
6-7.
Okay, we're gonna remove this because do that again.
6-7.
She's even doing a hand moving as well.
Hello?
Yes, everyone see that ETM link under me? Please go subscribe. We're all the fraud files that got released last week, or a couple weeks ago. We are starting to investigate, going through one by one, not one by one, but topic by topic, home health, and seeing how we can not only make sure that this doesn't happen to us and we don't get scammed, but how we can stop this from happening in the future. Because you can't bitch about how expensive our healthcare is and then wonder why we have $6.5 billion in fraud. Those two don't go together. So my kids do it too. I don't know where she got it. Don't know where she got it. Hey, stats. All right.
6-7. It's 6-7.
It is 6-7. Like.
It's 6-7. 6-7.
Oh my God.
It's 6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
Well, we now know who.
6-7.
And there has still been no updates in the case where Bruce is the defendant and Randy Shockett is the plaintiff. There has been no update since 12/4/25. I don't know why. I have no clue. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, she's the star of the show. It's a thing. It's a thing. But I'm going through multiple. I've been trying to go through over the past couple days all of the updated documents and why things happen. It's just there's just a lot to go through, and it's like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And Spawn, you're not muted, so you can talk. Hey,
Are you
Snipe Hunter.
sure? Are you sure? Because I'm my finger is about to slip.
Yeah, and right now I'm having the
Susanna.
orange.
It's Susanna.
I see. Y'all crack me up.
Mommy, it's Susanna.
Oh, can someone put the link out for Flash Fan, please? So Mary Beth can go and sub to him.
Can you say pecuniary advantage? Did you hear her? Did you hear her?
Yeah.
Can you say pecuniary advantage?
Good go.
All right, so we are. Baby Squid is a better lawyer than Bruce. I found somebody who
Hands
annoys
down.
me more than Bruce. At least Bruce was fun. Bruce was not the greatest lawyer in the world, but at least he was fun. Kathy Nestor and Michael Burt and Richard Novak, Tyler Robinson's lawyers, make me want to like scratch my eyeballs out just for reasons. Like, yeah, no more, please. No more, please.
If you think about it, most of this was caused by Bruce Matskin.
Yes. With Bruce Matskin is the reason that I started talking about this, because before it, I was like, I don't want to be accused of being a grifter or any of that. And then he decided to talk about my daughter. And I'm gonna put you down. And after he decided to try to talk about my daughter and threaten to call CPS, or have his sock account threaten to call CPS on me,
multiple sock accounts.
I was like, oh, we're getting into this because you threaten my daughter, or you say anything about my daughter, and heaven forbid, I'm gonna make you a topic of my conversation. And then you get the people that are like, well, you don't like Jeremy, so you can't talk about this. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. It's my channel. Sorry. Dickie Novak and Fester Nestor. Yes. Oh my goodness. And for the people who are like the lawyers who think I only make fun of them. No, I make fun of pretty much all lawyers except for 2. 3. I make fun of all lawyers except for 3. And one of them is in chat. Just saying. One of them is in chat. One of them is her friend, and one of them is my lawyer. Those are the only 3 lawyers that I will not make fun of. However, so this has just been, there was a response filed on 7/16 by Leslie Federigos. Do we want to read it?
Well, actual fact, Freckles, technically, he used 3 accounts. He used his wife's account, his own, and then a sock account. And then it turned out that he had 2 sock accounts. So there was 4 accounts.
And Freckle, thanks for the $5 super chat. He couldn't even man up his own Zoom name. He appeared under his wife's. So this is the only thing that I think might be new-ish. So this was yesterday. Filed in the Megan and Tug suit. And there was I did see a chat from her about, I don't understand why he's trying to get me labeled a vexatious litigant. I have to see what the screenshot said. I have to look. I'm going to sue this shit out of him. And why is he trying to deem me a vexatious litigant? You answered your own question.
Yep.
You answered your own question. However, this was filed by her yesterday. So we gonna read it. Comes now. Defendant, pro se, files this response in opposition to amended motion to declare Leslie Federico as a vexatious litigant. The background, we all know the background. However, I want to see one of the interesting things about reading the background on a case we already know is to see how, when a pro se litigant does it, how they see it through their eyes. Because sometimes the way they see it isn't the way that it actually happened. Yeah. Hey, Ree. I saw what BBB did to you as a mother. I know why you're mad. Yeah, and since I can't really do anything, I did have a channel. So I'm like, you want to talk about me on the internet? Let's talk about each other on the internet. And let's see who wins.
I just sent you the 3 screenshots that I showed that were from the chat. I think it was last night or the night before.
Yeah, I saw that one. So this is the one. Oh shoot, that's my leg.
Wait, what? Oh.
No, I sent you a picture of my bruise.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is the one that I was talking about earlier when I said I couldn't I couldn't this is the one that I was talking about earlier when I said I couldn't I was paraphrasing. This right here. The entire time I was playing him, I knew he ruined my job as he was lying to me, hence why I screwed with him to get evidence.
That's an interesting statement coming from someone who should know about law. Just saying.
Yeah, and that right there was like made me realize even more when you put it in. It's like, didn't we learn anything from Mama Mo? Y'all know Mo in the Deep End. If you don't know Mo in the Deep End, what are you doing with your life? Go subscribe to her because she's awesome. Whatever she has these Moisms, and one of her Moisms is if we are going to be stupid enough if we are going to be stupid, don't write it in a text message. Don't put it in a chat. Don't put it in an email. Don't record it, Sarah Boone. There are certain things that if we're going to be stupid, that you don't add an extra layer of stupid onto your already stupid decision.
And
that was a stupid decision.
And the fact that, like, by that level of stupidity is also going onto someone's platform and then talking about the whole play. What you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, who you're going to do it with, and everything else. I mean, it makes as much.
Yeah, it makes as much sense as a fart in a spacesuit. We knew where that was going.
I was going to say that, but to be perfectly honest with you, I've come to the point now where every time they open their mouth, I just start laughing because that's the only way you can actually cope with the level of idiotness that these people actually show.
And Malin, good to see you. Thank you for the 20 Swedish krona. Darlene, never shut up. Well, my mouth is too big to stop.
Yeah. And the fact that you showed the email and she still fucking accuses Jeremy of it. I mean, like, hello?
And that's one of the reasons that I showed the email is to, once again, the people who did contact the school, one, they emailed, they didn't phone call.
Yep.
But they were also open and honest about it. No one has ever hid the fact that they emailed the school. DJ Radis was the first person to be like, yeah, that was me.
Yep.
That was not Jeremy, that was me.
And this is the reason I didn't show it on mine today, because obviously, we were coming on here, so.
It was just one of those things that, like, the fact that was said after, and the other person, I think it was Rosalind, who emailed, don't quote me on that, I might be messing up who actually emailed, but it was to see about if there was an actual incident, because I remember that someone went and said, oh, there was an incident, like not 911 was called, but there was a lockdown, I think it was what it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So someone had emailed the school. I believe it was Rosalind. If it was not, please forgive me. think it was, but so much has happened since then that it was like the only reason that I know about Tat's emails is because he sends them to me.
Mm.
I don't have copies of the other email that I know of. However, with that being said, I believe the only reason that she had emailed the school was to see if that was true. But she was also open about it as well, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, she's accused Jeremy, Megan, Tug, Rosalind, and Radis for the same phone call. It's like
Make your mind up.
it just
I mean, that there proves categorically she's making shit up. Because if you know exactly who did what and when and how, then you wouldn't be going around accusing every Tom, Dick, and Harry and their pet. You'd be going directly to the individual source and you were saying, right, that person there, and you would show proof.
well, and here's the other thing. It's like a certain other person that when something is shown to be false, you can't just say, okay, I screwed up, I made a mistake, I accused the wrong person, I think it's this person instead. You just double down and triple down and quadruple down.
Until
It's like
you end up
Meghan
in
Markle.
until you end up in a spiral of your own lies to a point where you start believing your own lies.
It's like Meghan Markle.
Mm.
When your lies and your misrepresentations are proven to be false, you can't just say, oh, I made a mistake, I didn't mean to exaggerate that much or something. You double and triple down. It's like, duh, what?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, it's I mean, like I'm starting to look at this from, and I don't like using labels, but I'm starting to look at this from, you know, certain individuals are way too immature to be allowed to speak publicly because they're acting like children and they are lying through their teeth. And every time they say something, you've always got one or two people behind them enabling the behavior and reinforcing of what they're saying, even if there's no evidence or proof. And then
Freckles has a
suddenly,
question for you. Hey, Spawn, who do you dislike more, Meghan Markle or me?
oh, I can't stand you. No, on a serious note, Ginger, I love you to bits. I like your humor, even though you overstepped it today by calling me a cockney, you cheeky cow. But when it comes to Merkel, what's her name again?
Meghan Markle. It's Harry's wife.
That's why I needed a reminding of her the name, because I don't pay attention to that stupid cow. You know, she needs to stay in Canada where she came from, or
Okay,
whenever.
thank you for making sure that I was. They're in Montecito. The Duchess of Montecito is her nickname. One of her many nicknames.
I don't like her because she thinks that marrying into the royal family was like some sort of act, you know. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to put Harry down. I'm not going to put any of them down. But as far as I'm concerned, she needs to go on a stage and stay there, cleaning it.
She was a D-list actress, and she thought she was going to get rich and famous. And
No,
know,
sorry, you
nope.
took them first. No backseats. Nope.
And now all of Canada is boycotting Squid. No, Tammy's not. I hated her in Suits. I thought she was decent at Suits for what her character was.
Do you know what I really like?
Anyway,
and I'm going to say this.
Getting back to this.
I'm going to say this, and I don't care what anyone says. Do you know what I like is the fact that William and Kate have turned into the most fantastic couple. And yeah, you can keep Merkel. Ginger, I know she lives in your basement. You can keep her.
Lisa Patterson. Rosalind sent an email to the principal because Lips threw her name out there. So Rosalind sent an email because Lips accusing her of calling. Thank you. I remember her being one that potentially emailed, but I could not when certain facts and everything starts to blend together and you're like, I think it's this way, but please don't quote me because I'm not 100% positive. It was just one of those.
I still no. I just can't. No. I can't. No. I can't get my no. I can't get my fucking head around. Right. How can you accuse someone of something and you can't even fucking get the facts right that the person who emailed the school.
Okay, now we're really gonna get back on this because the minute we're done with this, we are done with the stream because I will be possibly on with Nick Starro. I have to check and I have to make dinner. I seasoned up some steaks that I would really like to cook. Yep, slightly buzzed. I will be on with Nick Starro on his Slightly Buzzed show tonight. Oh, Duchess of Nowhere, Unhung Hero coming in hot with the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. Holy goodness. And a lot of the regulars got them. Okay. I just saw a name that stuck out to me. Becca got one too. Woohoo. All right. And Tammy? All right. Anyway, we are going to get into this because this was written by Voldemort. But Voldemort looks better. Yeah, I would like to see those documents. That's what She's out. Can I have my phone? Does she have my phone? Okay. Hey, Unhung Hero, thanks for the $2. Choking on can of derp smoke. Happy Friday. Yeah, we're finally out of that stuff down here. But we're going to get through this. And I like to look at the background because a pro se defendant, even though we all know the background of this case, we know the background of this case from legal documents and Megan and Tug and Jeremy's side. It's very interesting to see it's very interesting to see the how this is written from the side of the pro se defendant. It's interesting to see their just the way they look at stuff. And I just have to make sure that I'm going to not see anything. Okay. There we go. All right. Hey, Mama Bear Leah. How are you guys? All right. Background. Plaintiffs in this instant case are YouTubers who create YouTube content for profit. Welcome to having a monetized YouTube channel. All your content is for profit. That is the point of making your living. When she describes it like this, and I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to be, sorry, a little bitchy, but like, when you make your living on YouTube like Megan, Tug, and Jeremy do, yes, Megan also writes books, and Megan does, sometimes she waitresses when her neck pain is flaring up. I don't know if she still does that. However, when you make your living on YouTube, of course you make content for profit because that is how you pay your bills. She makes it sound so nefarious as if, oh, they're making content for profit. No, this is their job. Like, oh my God. From the very beginning, you can already see the twist.
I mean, so let me get this right. So everyone is making earning something on YouTube. So what does she do on X, Twitter, YouTube?
Oh,
I mean, how many?
In that we are not entirely talking about it, but in that FOIA document from the Orange County Police Department, she says in there with a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Which is interesting that was sent to me because that is going to be emailed to my lawyer because of the fact that she says in that document, if it's accurate, that she is a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
which when she tries
Fact.
to turn around and say that she is a private citizen in the cease and desist that she sent me, you literally just said in a police report that you were a YouTuber. You cannot have it both ways, pumpkin.
Fact.
You can't have it both ways. You just got to pick one. Pick a lane and stay there.
And this is what I've been saying the whole fucking time. They don't think before they speak.
Hey, Buck Naked, how are you? It's good to see you. Lisa's
Hello,
upset
Buck
that
Naked.
no one wants to watch her content. Well, that's the thing. To in all fairness, there's 154 people here. When I do a stream that's not What the Hales, I get maybe 30 to 35. Sometimes less than that.
Mm.
So it's like I totally get it that 154 people in chat is much better than 30. However, I don't let my ego and my desire for cash and clicks and subscribes and likes to
dictate
my content.
Yeah.
Which it is one of those things where would I love y'all to hang out with me on something that is not What the Hales? Hell to the yeah. But I'm realistic that I know that people come to this channel when I talk about this specifically because it's this.
Yeah,
and not because of my other content.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks and it's kind of sad to me, but you know,
it's about the community and about the banter. I mean, like, you know, people think I take it the wrong way. I don't. I actually enjoy the banter, but sometimes it needs to slow down. But the communities that we've got.
What do you mean? Should I unsub? No. What unsub from what?
No, don't unsub.
Don't unsub.
No. Do you want a hug?
Are you okay?
Do you need a hug? I'll give you listen, I mean it from
Virtual
the bottom of my
hugs.
heart. I'll give you a hug.
Virtual hugs. No, I'm just saying that I wish that other people would hang out with me on more than just this. But I get it because drama is popular. It is what it is, and it's one of those situations where but if I I care, but I don't care, if that makes sense. Like, I wish that my other streams had 50, 60, 70, 80 people in them, but I understand that's not realistic right now. I get it. Do I wish it was different?
Hi, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is what it is.
I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna blow up Squid's ego now, right?
And Hung Hero, thanks for the $2 super chat. A woman that wants it both ways. Imagine my shock.
Shut up, Ginger. Right, I'm gonna blow Squid's ego now. Right, Squid is a very intelligent person when it comes to communicating. Right, she's not here like some people. You know, she wants the interaction with the community like I do, right? It's you know, we're not like the crampons who, you know, they think that the sun shines out their ass. We are human beings. We make mistakes, and we're quite happy to say, "Hey, I made a mistake." It's about the community. It's about the overall relationship that we have, you know, as creators and the community. You guys. Right. If I didn't like what Jeff was saying, or I didn't like what people were saying about sheep and stuff like that, right? Trust me, I would react very, very harshly and I would be reacting. But you guys make us who we are. I don't care if you agree with this or disagree with it. It's you who create us. And Squid, right, has 2 channels, just like I have. But one of her channels is very, very important to her. And I've been there and I've seen the content. And I don't give a shit what anyone says. You guys, the community, help us be who we are. So thank you. And Squid, even though she sometimes talks out of her ass and gives me middle fingers all the time, right? She is a perfect example of who you want to talk to when it comes to stuff like this. Me, I'm just I'm like, I've got a grenade without a pin you throw into a room. So I was
like that 20 years ago. Even 10 years ago.
But I just want to get that
You're
off my
probably the
chest.
only person who thinks that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. I mean, I appreciate everyone, these cases, right? Because here's one thing people need to remember. These idiots will disappear back into the fucking woodwork, right? But we are still going to be here after all this is done and over with. We're going to continue. We've got content to last us for years, our own stuff.
I have so much content that I get overwhelmed with what the hell I'm going to talk about because I don't know what to talk about. I was like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I don't know what to talk about. And it's driving me nuts sometimes. Tammy Main, thanks for the $10 super chat. This is towards your profit on YouTube, not because of any other reason than my way to support Squid. And ETM is yet to be monetized. Yes, ETM is at like 865 watch hours and 450 subscribers.
Even Stephen Bear says he loves you more than he loves me, so fuck you.
All right, getting into this.
Yeah, let's
we
get
made
back
it
into
one
this,
sentence, and we made it one sentence before we could see this spin.
Would you like me to read it?
If you want to.
Yes, I shall.
However, this spin, pay attention when we are looking at this. This is a document that was uploaded yesterday.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay. Background. The plaintiffs in this instant case of YouTubers who create YouTube content for profit based on litigations they file against others. Over the last year, plaintiff Jeremy Hales.
Megan and Tug have only filed one lawsuit. Megan has sued a school district. She sued a Wauwatosa, Wisconsin school district for First Amendment issues, but that she also had a lawyer, and that was a completely different, but it's years apart. I think that was in like 2021. I think she did that. So she doesn't litigation they file against others. This is the first time that I'm aware of since that Wauwatosa school district lawsuit that Megan has filed any litigation. Could I be wrong? Yes. However, they content for profit based on litigation they file against others. Biggest fucking lie, because Megan talks about content. She talks about the Hernandez case. That has nothing to do with her. She did not work for CHOA. She is not a Hernandez's lawyer. She is not a member of the Hernandez family. She talks about things that are the Maya Kowalski case, not involved. The Laura Owens, she is not directly involved. Did she report on it and go out to various, and did she meet people? Yes. Not litigation she filed. Lie.
Continue.
Yes. Spawn is the that's. There you go. I love you too, Randy.
Someone loves me. Yay. Fuck you, Jeffrey. Anyway, over the last year, plaintiff Jeremy Hales, while represented by Randall Socket, Esquire, has had voluminous frivolous lawsuits dismissed with prejudice against 10 defendants for failure to state a claim.
Bollocks. Lie number 3.
3.
Well, the first one was content for profit based. Oh, okay. Lie number 2. One lawsuit, 10 defendants, not 10 lawsuits.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Exhibit A. While these dismissed lawsuits were pending, Jeremy Hales with Randall Socket Esquire fuck it, that word, and a representation made harassing content against judges, opposing counsel, and litigants he was involved in active litigation with, for entertainment and profit. This content led to mob attacks from his viewers against Judge Thomas. Yeah, really. Opposing counsel in cases.
We need a lie counter.
Jeffrey, you're a lie counter. All right. Opposing counsel in cases of Bruce Matskin Esquire. Next page, please. Michael Federigos Esquire, among others, Litigants Jeremy Hales was suing, including defendant Leslie Federigus. That's bullshit, because they only came in right at the end because they injected themselves into this case and then started attacking Jeremy. He defended himself, and yeah, anyway. On May the 19th, 2025, defendant Leslie Federigos, aka Life Jacket Lips, while represented by counsel Life Jacket Lips number 2, filed a complaint against the plaintiff for defamation, invasion of privacy, among other valid claims. See case number 2025 CA00 and all that shit. Exhibit M. Wait,
I think
what?
she meant to say Exhibit C, because she goes Exhibit B, Exhibit M, Exhibit D.
Okay.
So
This
Exhibit
lawsuit,
Manic.
right. This lawsuit was filed after serving the plaintiffs with a cease and desist in an effort to get the plaintiffs in cease of publishing false and harassing statements about defendant Leslie Federigos, Life Jacket Lips, on their YouTube channels. However, after defendant Life Jacket Lips filed her lawsuit against the plaintiff, they increased their harassment, publishing private information about the defendant's life, encouraging their audience in mob attacks against the defendant. There's lie 5 and 6 with her job and threats. There's definitely lie number 7, and threats they published against defendant Life Jacket Lips. Exhibit D, the resulting in extreme emotional distress of the defendant, leaving her in a unaliving state, and later the loss of defendant teaching job at Orange County school teacher. Can I just stop it for a second? You're muted, by the way. Just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, out of every single person in this case, the only person who deliberately wrote an obituary about themselves is a certain individual who is playing the victim in this case. We should carry on. Where was I? Defendant on a job threats, but they published against defendant Life Jacket Lips, Exhibit D. This resulted in extreme, and by the way, I do have proof of that, extreme emotional distress, and the defendants leaving her in a unaliving state, and later the loss of her defendant's teaching job as the Orange County school teacher. When plaintiff Jeremy Hales contacted defendant Life Jacket Lips' job at a school teacher, as a school teacher, making false statements about her, that resulted in the loss of her employment, with a police report was filed in result. Yeah, really. Exhibit D. Given the nature of the defendant's Life Jacket Lips' employment as a teacher, this resulted in her inability to work as a school teacher due to the voluminous defamatory content the plaintiff published publicly online, and the plaintiff Jeremy Hales contacted defendant Life Jacket Lips' employment, stating false information about defendant Life Jacket Lips. Would you do me a favor? Can you just put that email up that we saw earlier on, please, as Exhibit A to Z?
Hold on.
Just to defunct for people who haven't seen it. While you're doing that, I'm going to carry on reading. In an effort to get the plaintiff to leave there you go. Exhibit A to Z. This is that there was the person and the email. So Jeremy Hales had nothing to do with that.
I just learned that I can screen share twice.
Yep. Right. So that's a good one. So there you go. There's the factual proof. Now, in an effort to get the plaintiff to leave the defendant alone and stop invading her privacy, online harassment, and do the threats, defendant Leslie Life Jacket Lips, under the representation of Life Jacket Lips 2, voluntarily withdrew her lawsuit against the plaintiffs. That was done because the defendant did not have merit to her lawsuit. It was done to escape. That's bullshit. Anyway, carry on, Scroll. The online harassment, the online harassment the plaintiff perpetrated against the defendant that amplified after the filing of the lawsuit. A few days after the defendants voluntarily dismissed her lawsuit they filed an instant lawsuit and have been making weekly harassment YouTube's content for profit on this case intended. However, what she did forget to write in there between filing her lawsuit and a few days after the defendant, what she forgot to write in there was the fact that she went to multiple newspaper and websites and put an obituary up. And I do have proof of that.
It's so...
Actual fact.
It's one of those situations where you just look at stuff and you're like, okay, background, but what does this have to do with you being labeled a vexatious litigant?
I don't know.
It's that's what's weird. That's what's weird. And I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm weird. I just don't get it. And like I said, not a lawyer, never claimed to be one, don't want to be one. However, there are some. Her background check takes a while to come together. That's why they're on probation. Yeah, well, she went through my background check on a live stream, and all she could come up with was a misdemeanor reckless driving from 2006, where I was doing 89 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. That's the best you could come up with, princess. Oh,
I'm going to send you.
pro se and represented swears to content of all filings.
I'm going to send you a screenshot. It's already been redacted, but you want to check it just before to show factual proof. To
Yes, ma'am.
calling me. Just so you know, certain dates have been redacted, but this will show you the month and the date this was actually perpetrated. So, just so everyone is on the same freaking page.
Okay, I have to open this in a new tab so I don't out anybody. Tequila. That's what I need right now. So there's that.
So here's the evidence of. I did have this on my own platform, my own stream, but this proves, if you have a look at the date, it's September 2025, and it's not just in one website, but it's on multiple websites, and she even admitted it on the Crampon's platform. So she deliberately. So here's my question, and this is the same thing I said on my platform for this. For the following statement. If I was in a headmaster in a school, and after receiving an email or having doubts or anything else, and I did research and I just typed your name into the Googles and I came across this, right, I would be concerned. Because if you look at the date, the posted on the 6th of February 2026, that was when I found, done that research. Even though I had it before and someone else has got it as well. However, I have redacted, but if you zoom in to the top that ever loved, if you zoom in, you'll notice that it was September the 23rd, 2025 at the top. Okay, and underneath, you'll then notice that the date changes and it's September the the same day underneath, September the 23rd, 2025, September 25, September 23rd, 25, right? So basically, what happens if your headmaster or your school district sees something like that? End of statement.
Yeah, that's yeah. I got nothing. I honestly got nothing for that. Because we're gonna stop.
Here's the thing: if you are going to make accusations against someone, all right, and your behavior and your conduct and everything else.
Did I not tell you about that? I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about that.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh.
I forgot to tell you about that. I'm gonna stop that one. There we go. Go back to this. All right. I just can't sometimes.
Jerry Snyder, I don't know about American law, so you'd have to
No,
speak to someone
not
who
that
knows.
well, we're still in the background, so there really wouldn't be any in the background because it's just the background. It's a synopsis. But it's just we're only reading the synopsis because if it was a lawyer writing this, I would not read the background because we all know the background. I'm only reading the background because when a pro se litigant, it's always interesting to see the background through someone who you don't trust's eyes. It's just fascinating to me. So, you know. All right. A few days after the defendant voluntarily dismissed her lawsuit, where did we leave off? Right there?
Actually, in fact, Chucky's got a good one. Where plaintiffs? Wait, where did we finish off? Where did I?
Why does everyone skip over the reason for the school contact in the first place? Wasn't it allegedly about her filming students and uploading said videos to YouTube without parent consent? That's a really good point. I
That
did
is a
not
good point.
actually see that video, so I don't speak on it because I didn't actually see it. That's the problem with that's a problem with my content is I don't and especially at the time was not paying attention to any of that BS drama. So I didn't actually watch it, so I didn't talk about it because that's.
And here's another thing that a lot of people here's a lot of thing that a lot of people don't realize. The fact that she actually did that and the fact that it's still online, right? Obviously, you have to. I think there's steps you can go to remove stuff off Google, but the fact that that was done deliberately should really send fucking warning signals and red flags out to everybody. Now, at the end of the day, you're a human being, you make mistakes, but to a point where you go to multiple different websites and say that you are deceased, really? And then you want to accuse someone of writing an email to a school and even get that wrong and twist the truth. But this is what, and with all due respect, everybody, this is what pisses me off because people see the facts, the proof, the evidence. Okay, there's no need to beat around the bush about it, but it gets ignored by a lot of people. I'm not saying you guys, but I'm just saying a lot of people ignore it.
There are people who wouldn't believe the truth if it smacked them in the face. We see it every day in society.
Christ,
When
that'll
you're
be
like,
painful.
I hate this person because, well, show me the proof. I hate this person. Well, show me the proof. And then you show them evidence of the opposite of what they believe. And they say you're lying. It's like, just,
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to this.
Yeah. Where was I? And I get what you're saying, Chucky.
I'll read a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
After a few days after the defendant voluntarily dismissed her lawsuit against the plaintiff, they filed this instant lawsuit, having been made weekly harassing YouTube content for profit in this instant case. Which continues currently, specifically because they have created thumbnails deeming the defendant a vexatious litigant. Here's the thing. Just like Jess Machado, and if you know what that topic is about, you know what that topic is about. If you don't know the Jess Machado situation, pretty much the same bullshit as this, just in a different form, repackaged. Broken Baker, larger creator, 25,000 subscribers, I think, right now. Does a lot of YouTube criminal trial content. I have subscribed to him since I think he had like 10,000 subscribers. However, sidebar. He was sent some nefarious things by a certain creator and someone platformed her, Jess Machado. And now he's a daily talking point on their show. However, they keep saying, well, we don't talk about him. Well, we don't talk about him. Well, we don't talk about him. And now all of Broken Baker's friends are coming out and talking about this topic. And Jess Machado is like, they're all talking about me. They're all talking about me. Doing the exact same shit that Lips is doing. They're all talking about me, even though I inserted myself and I said shit about them. They're responding, and all of his friends are coming to his defense. And you know it from Megan, because Megan's one of the individuals who has responded to this Jess Machado low-cow situation because she's friends with Baker. You can't talk about someone and expect their friends not to come to their defense, and then you can't play victim. Leslie Federico's and Jess Machado are like twins. I swear.
Especially if you're lying.
Like it's oh Jesus, Pete. There's the Fleabag and Machado show we didn't know we needed. I would make content about that. I hate both of them. So even though I don't really know Jess Machado, but somebody mentioned a stream I was on last week and wanted to talk shit and potentially bring my daughter into it. So we might start that fight too. I don't want to, but you talk about my daughter, we's gonna start that fight. We gonna finish that fight. So, oh, that would be a flea and shit show. Oh. According to Hess and Toulouse, they both deny talking to each other. Well, they also deny having one brain cell between the three of them, and that, While reporting was issued to the public in a harassing and mocking manner against defendant Federico's, you set yourself up for certain things, inciting more mob attacks. There has been no mob attacks. There's people giving their opinions on the internet. David Jones will just stop that. We'll just state that as a thing. The plaintiff seeks their motion to declare her a vexatious litigant to silence the defendant from the ability to seek court intervention for their online harassment, defamation, and seeking a remedy for tortious interference with defendant Federico's employment by seeking to deprive her of her constitutional right to access the court. It doesn't deny you of your constitutional right. You just have to ask a judge and make sure that your lawsuit is with merit. Just saying. While she is without funds for an attorney due to unemployment and unable to seek unemployment within her teaching profession due to the voluminous harassing and defamatory content they continue to publish against her. Exhibit list, order of dismissal, blah, 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 blah. Look, Lisa Lee's bar complaint, evidencing mob attacks against Judge DeThomasis. I think Judge DeThomasis would be the first person to bitch if there was a mob attack against him. I'm pretty sure he would be the first one to say that. And because he hasn't said anything or filed any paperwork, I'm sure that's not true. Cease and desist letters, all of her stuff. Oh, goodness. Plaintiff's amended motion to declare defendant fails for multiple reasons. First, the court is bound to apply to the original version, as the amended version in effect July 1st, 2025 cannot be retroactively applied when the cases at issue were filed by defendant prior to July. That's not how it works, princess. To my lawyer that's in the chat, can you please can you please explain this one, because this does not make sense. It's the amended statute. The amended statute does not the amended statute can be applied as it is to your lawsuits. You are interpreting this statute backwards, sideways, and twisted up in a knot. Because do you understand what she's saying here, Spawn?
Do you know, to be honest with you, it makes us, I don't get it. No, please tell me, please.
So the court is bound to apply the original version of statute 68.093 as the amended version in effect July 1st, 2025 cannot be retroactively applied when the cases at issue were filed by defendant prior to July 1st of 2025. She is basically trying to say that the new statute can't apply to her. 5 cases and 7 years, I think, is the new statute. I have to go back and read it. Because she filed her lawsuits prior to July of 2025.
Jeez.
I just did. That she's basically saying that the new version of the statute can only apply to, which does not hold water, because using her logic, let's logic this out. When you use her logic,
Can I
the
just
new
point out?
statute can only be applied starting July 1st of 2025. So no cases, no frivolous lawsuits before July 1st, 2025 can be applied to this new statute. So basically they cannot prosecute or hold anybody to this civil statute until 2032
Can I just say
or
something?
2030.
I don't appreciate you using the word logic or common sense. I think those words need to be forbidden.
Yeah, and Mary Beth, regardless of all that, she has basically said that that using her logic with this, nobody can be held to, as if it's grandfathered. Nobody can be held to this statute, the amended version of this statute, until 2030 or until 2032, because 5 cases in 7 years, I believe, is the time frame.
Right.
So her logic means nobody can be held to this statute, the amended version of this statute, until 2032. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense.
I mean,
The legislation changed before the filing of the complaint. She wants only cases that she brought before the change shouldn't apply. She's wrong.
yeah.
Thank you.
And the word logic should.
The greatest, most common sense, and the most badass lawyer that I know just answered that question.
You're swearing again.
Badass or the logic?
I would never use the word logic in the same sentence when it comes to life jacket lips.
I wouldn't generally either, but I'm just saying using
no, it makes sense what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense what you're saying.
Does not.
Yeah.
which means that this whole thing either means she is queen of or the ship Delulu. She's been spiking the Delulu lemonade, or she is doing this in bad faith. All of which could be true. I don't know which one is. It's all speculation. However, something's not right. So, second, plaintiffs only provide 3 civil cases and fail to provide 5 civil cases defined under the statute 68.093 and required under 68.093D. Third, plaintiffs fail to provide any evidence that defendant has engaged in repeated bad faith or frivolous filings. BS. Yeah, the law changed from 3 years look back to 7 years. I thought it was 5 years look back, but you're the Florida lawyer, so you take the cake on this one. Blame legislation. Yeah. This right here. Such an idiot. I don't understand how she ever passed the bar. And how is someone not told her that this is a bad idea? How is someone around her not said, hey, this behavior is not normal, is not right. Maybe we should not do this.
Can I just say something for the record? And I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you from the deep valleys, to Tug, Megan, and everyone else who's covering this. When this is over, Fräulein Squid Pro Quo and Monsieur Spawn Trooper are inviting you for a communal party to celebrate the demise of the Wicked Witch of the East and all's who become from there. Amen. There you go. Sorry. This is how fucking stupid I find all this.
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to, like, what you're afraid that, like, so what, you messed up on your last motion and now you're trying to use a new motion, but you don't want to have the old motion. Here's the thing, you filed that's on the system. So this like July the 1st to no. No.
Ugh.
Make sense of this, guys. I mean, like, we're all sitting here.
Yeah, let's get through this because this is
Yeah.
starting to give me like a logic. My
Yeah,
brain's starting to melt.
Yeah, Chucky, the first round's on Squid. I'll take the second round.
Fourth, plaintiffs failed to demonstrate that any of the defendant's lawsuits were ever final and adversely decided by any court. I went through a list of her lawsuits in a notebook that I said when the lawsuit was filed, what it was filed for, and why it was dismissed. Generally, it's for not showing up to things. Fifth, requiring a bond from a defendant who did not file a lawsuit is not permitted under 68.09. Preserving constitutional rights.
Can I just ask? Sorry to interrupt.
Your
Is she
questions are
trying to
never quick, but yes.
Shut up. Is she trying to dictate how this case is going to go? Is that what I'm getting from this? She's trying to dictate how it's going to go.
She is. I don't know what her end game is with this, except to piss off the judge. Because with the way that the judge appeared, or what I report, or what has been reported, the judge acted towards her in the hearing.
Yeah.
This is just not going to yeah,
So
I
this
think
is not.
she didn't think anyone would ever file her as vexatious litigant. That's
So this is not like a scene that happened from a friend about someone being found unalive on a ported fucking hour shitter. No. Okay, carry on. Disregard that. No.
No, we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. That's another thing we can't talk about.
Yes, I know.
Let's shush your mouth. Shush your mouth before I get yelled at, because I'm not allowed to say anything. Preserving constitutional rights, why the court should uphold the original version against retroactive application. It's not retroactive application, you dipshit.
Oh,
like,
shit,
I'm not a lawyer, and even I get that. Like, even I understand that this is not retroactive application. Retroactive application would be going back to the 80s and someone who wasn't labeled a vexatious litigant and now labeling them one. This would be going back to 2001 and trying to get someone labeled a vexatious litigant when they have not filed a suit since 2001, but back then they filed suit after suit after suit after suit. That would be retroactively applying it. When you are currently involved in active litigation, that is, and you have currently a numerous amounts of cases lined up for the last 7 years, decade, whatever it may be. I just went back 7 years. However, that is current. That is not retroactively applying it, girl. You need a dictionary. I have one right here for you if you need it. I can send it to you. Plaintiff incorrectly argues that defendant should be declared vexatious, relying on 4 family court cases, 3 civil cases, 2 of which the defendant was represented by counsel, and 1 guardianship case where defendant Leslie Federigo's was attorney of record for a party.
What's that got to do with this? Oh, wait a minute. Let me blow my own trumpet.
These case filings range from March 15th, 2019, over 7 years ago, until May 19th, 2025. Although plaintiff cites older version of 68.093 in their amended motion, the defendant prepares this argument in the event the amended motion is referenced, dipshit. Hoy.
Someone must have been on a lollipop.
Oh, someone is just doing their thing. And yeah. I just we were just having a I got nothing.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one, Joe. Yeah, it's all about money.
And I'm sorry, Princess, but when there's you literally saying that you file court cases to get them on record, Sorry, princess. Your arguments don't hold water. All they have to do is show that. The defendant's actions clearly took place while the older version of the statute was effective prior to the July 21st, 2025 amendment. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. When a new law takes effect, the new law takes effect. The new law affects current cases in litigation, like yours.
And she's just thrown her husband under the bus.
Yep. And I'm not going into all her cases.
No.
I'm just saying we're skipping it for time.
Yeah.
Under well-established principles of statutory interpretation, statutes are presumed to apply only prospectively unless there's clear legislative intent to the contrary. You dum-dum. You dum-dum. Like, I don't know how to tell you that you're stupid. Like, how much more stupid can you get? By your logic, they can't use this statute the way it's written now until 2032. What? Where in the logic? Oh my God, this makes my head hurt. Where in the how did you graduate from freaking elementary school? Ugh.
Hey, Beachbum, that's a good one.
That is true. But do you ever think there's a reason why he said I'm not representing you in some of these cases? Like, if they've been married the whole time that she's been filing some of these cases, did he not want to represent her? Or did he have a grain of like common sense and be like, that's probably not a good idea, and she filed it anyway? Hey, King Bob.
I can't make any sense of this anymore.
She mentions this case law, absent explicit statutory language indicating retroactive application. That's not retroactive application. That applies to current cases. Current cases, like the active case you are writing this document for. It's not how that works, princess.
Hi, King Bob.
The law should not be applied backwards. The plain and unambiguous language of the statute controls in here that there is no clear evidence that the legislature intended the amended statute 68.093 to apply retroactively. It's not. It technically is a retroactive statute because it looks back 7 years. I don't know how to explain this any different than the way that the law actually changed before the case was filed, if not mistaken. It's right around that time. Let me this case was filed 7/21 of 2025. So the law changed before this was filed. Good catch. So the law changed before this was filed, Lips. This wasn't filed until July 21st. The law changed July 1st. You are
Hi, Tree God.
Oh my God. The dumb when you think it can't get any dumber and we're more ridiculous. Like, the judge is not going to I don't think the judge is going to take this well. I'm reading what DeSantis applied to vexatious litigation. It says it covers more types of cases and give judges broader authority to rein in courtroom misconduct. And hey, Tree God, thanks for being a member for 7 months. Hey. It wouldn't say look back in the actual law itself. I just sometimes when you look at shit and you're just like, oh, they filed because the law changed. That's a really good point as well. Moreover, retroactive application, she just goes, retroactivity is constitutionally impermissible if it creates new obligations or penalties or otherwise impairs pre-existing rights. No, new obligations or penalties, it changed to create new penalties to rein in the misconduct per DeSantis.
I mean, it's like she's trying to convince. I mean, like, it's not good. I'm going to shut up.
No, yep. So the plaintiff correctly cites the 68.093 version that applies against defendant under paragraph 2 of his amended motion. A person who in the preceding 5-year period has commenced, prosecuted, or maintained pro se 5 or more civil actions in any court in Florida except in action governed by the Florida small claims rules, which actions have been finally and adversely determined against them. However, plaintiff's argument fails because it only references 3 civil cases. Action means civil case, governed, I don't care.
Now, this is, I think I'm getting it now. This is why she puts stuff on the system so that she can come back and say, oh.
So there's her
Still an
3 civil
idiot, though.
cases. Leslie Ann Law versus Vera, which is her paralegal. Federico's versus Federico's, which was her in-laws. And Federico's versus Hales. But if I can find my notebook, there was more. There was more. She also she fails to mention that she filed a civil suit against the, hold on. I'm going to go look in her little file here because we,
Oh, I'm glad someone does, Elfie. Thank you.
So remember there was, she filed versus Hales. There was ABC Legal for negligence. There was also the Federico's versus Seacoast National Bank for slander. So there's 5. There's 5.
So basically, what she's trying to do is dictate what cases the judge needs to look at.
Yeah, because she fails to mention that in 2025 she remember when ABC Legal tried to serve her with some paperwork in one of her foreclosures.
Yeah.
4/25/25, and she sued them. She fails to remember that. So there's a couple. There's a couple. Federico's et al. Versus Seacoast National Bank. I'm not sure if she was pro se in that one though. She might have been. So nope, she had an attorney in that one. So never mind. That one, Federico's versus Seacoast, she was represented by her husband. So that one, I was wrong about that one. But the ABC Legal one, vexatious litigant as a person defined in 1.013 who in the immediate preceding 5-year period has commenced, prosecuted, or maintained 5 pro se 5 or more civil actions in any court in the state, except in an action governed by the Florida small claims. Got it? Plaintiff fails. Argument fails because only 3 civil cases are cited, failing to allege the 5 civil cases. And I have to look back at the amended motion because I swear there were more. The 4 injunction cases do not apply when applying 68.093 because they are governed by Florida Family Rules of Civil Procedure. And the guardianship case was filed in 2019, where she was the attorney of record.
What? I'm not saying.
Yeah, just plaintiff cites no facts to substantiate the application of that statute, which permits a court to declare a party a frivolous litigant for causing undue expenditure of judicial resources through repeated frivolous or bad faith filings, is misplaced and inapplicable in the instant case. Plaintiff does not allege any frivolous filings under one case number in any of the family law cases relied on. Furthermore, it would not be within this court's jurisdiction to go back through the defendant's injunction cases or any other outside cases and deem the defendant's filing in those cases to be frivolous in nature. Would it though? This would be appropriate for the judges assigned to those cases to make such findings. No court has ever determined defendants' filings in any outside case to be frivolous or unwarranted. They never had the chance because you never showed up for shit. So
did she have a case against Beach Bum? Just put it in.
Yeah, that was the same. That was the same one. So it was one case. 5 defendants. Okay. So you can't use that logic because that's the same logic that she's trying to use against Jeremy. 1 case, 10 defendants. She's trying to make it seem like it's 10 different defendants, where that's the same logic she's using. So 1 case, 5 different defendants. That's why she wants to add people to cases and not file new cases, because she knows they're bullshit.
Someone was going deep and cloaking you. Really? Yep. That's Squid. That I mean, like, what? I'm glad I'm.
How does she
glad I
not know
don't.
what the current law says? Because she's not a lawyer and she doesn't care.
And she probably asks. She probably goes up to her husband and asks him stupid questions. He then gives her 5 minutes of speech, and then you get this.
Oh, none of these factual predicates, repeated filings under the same case number, a pattern of meritless motions, a history of adversely determined frivolous claims are present in the instant case. Yeah, because you didn't file it. They did. Holy shiza. Point 4, defendant did not commence, prosecute, or maintain at least 5 civil actions in the last 7 years that were finally and adversely determined. Well, this is where we get into the what is finally and adversely determined, because not showing up for things and the judge closing the cases or dismissing them because you didn't show up, that's where the distinction is going to have to happen. What does the law say? And this, I don't know. This is just me speculating about what the technicality is going to have to be. It is all how those are judged. If those are adversely against you because you didn't show up, then they count. If not showing up has no consequences and is just dismissed without prejudice, no big deal. She can file it again if she decides to show up. That's a weird thing. It's just a weird thing. So these 3 she brings up again. So she goes into the cases, and we've gone through these cases before on my channel. There's a whole playlist. There was no evidence of bad faith litigation nor a meritless complaint. Furthermore, no order was ever entered by the court evidencing any final and adverse finding. It depends on what the court is going to find as an adverse finding. If you don't show up for things, it's just a... So she goes
to me,
into
it
what
looks
the
like
cases
it's
are.
deflection. She's deflecting.
Yeah. Family law cases do not meet the criteria to declare a defendant vexatious litigant. Oh, like the multiple times you filed for see, but are these going to be family law cases filed prior to July 1st? Stalking, a word I can't say on YouTube. Just saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not. This is posted in Pam had posted it in the Tubetown group. I know. I also told him I was going to be late because I still have to cook dinner. I have steaks marinating in the fridge that I need to cook. So we's going to be late. However, I'm not getting into these because this is posted in the Tubetown group. If you would like to read all of those and find those case numbers for yourself, I am not getting into it. Guardianship case, once again, that's a drama rabbit hole that I am not getting into. You can read it if you want to. Most of you already know. Oh,
that's got nothing to do.
Yeah. Sanctions sought, requesting bond improper when sought against defendant. Plaintiff's request that defendant be required to post a bond is fundamentally flawed and illogical under the clear language of 68.093. Apparently that language isn't clear enough for a former defunct lawyer to understand. The statute explicitly addresses the circumstances under which a security bond must be furnished, and it consistently assigns this obligation to the plaintiff, not the defendant. Specifically, 68.093.3a states, quote, the motion shall be based on the grounds and supported by a showing that the plaintiff is a vexatious litigant and is not reasonably likely to prevail on the merits of the action against the moving defendant. This clearly focuses on the plaintiff as the party subject to scrutiny. Further, that mandates if hearing the evidence, the court determines plaintiff is a vexatious litigant and is not reasonably likely to prevail on the merits of the action against the moving defendant, the court shall order the plaintiff to furnish the security of the moving defendant in the amount which within such a time the court deems appropriate.
See, it's down to money. See, all that shit only to come down to that freaking statement there. It's all about freaking money.
Sorry, Squid, to give you more content. However, this seems to me more urgent. We need lessons to do critical thinking. Here's the thing, though. If you read this, and we'll go through the statute probably next week. We'll go through it again. The actual statute, not showing any motions, just the statute itself. If after hearing the evidence, the court determines that the plaintiff is a vexatious litigant, do you look at the language? So she's trying to say that the plaintiff needs to pay it. But look at the language of the statute and then tell me if something doesn't seem right. If the court determines a plaintiff is a vexatious litigant and is not reasonably likely to prevail on the merits of the action, the court shall order the plaintiff to furnish the security to the moving defendant. It basically, the court, it's like the court to post the security, the bond to the party labeled the vexatious litigant. Did you catch that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have to be a lawyer to know that something, if you look at that, and then she's trying to say, well, it's Jeremy that needs to pay it. Well, Jeremy is the plaintiff in this case, but not the vexatious litigant. You see
Exactly.
what I'm, not the one who is on the verge of being labeled a vexatious litigant.
Exactly. I officially put my hand up and say, this is hurting my head.
They are 2 ribeyes and they will be medium rare. Thank you. And they are soaking in I stab them with the little pokey poke, and he's going to get mad at me for this, Worcestershire sauce.
Worcester sauce.
See, I told you he's going to get mad at me.
I'm not going to get mad. Worcester.
And then let it, seep in and then season it. And then I put it in the fridge for like 4 hours. I do that to both sides. That little pokey pokes.
I love medium. Oh, God, I love medium rare steak.
Little pokey pokes and then some Worcestershire sauce and
Worcester.
If it's Worcester, why does it have so many damn letters? Why does it have an extra word on the end?
Because some of the letters are silent, so it's Worcester sauce, just like twat.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So,
there you go.
2 medium rare. Yes, I will be sure to send y'all pictures. I was back in the day, like a year ago. Well, he still does it, but Rackets looks at somebody's cooking videos and makes fun of them. I was going to make a video that said how to not fuck up a steak, how to not fuck up eggs, and post them to my channel, but I figured that would be too inflammatory.
I know someone who is actually a chef in the army who burnt water.
That doesn't surprise me. Lips is trying to muddy the water to the case by flip-flopping the blame responsibility issues. That's what I got out of it, because it's like, if you actually read the statute, it's the one, it says plaintiff, but that's the one who's being labeled or attempting to be labeled the vexatious litigant. In this case, it's reversed. They are trying to get the defendant labeled a vexatious litigant. So therefore, the roles are reversed.
Do you know, I'm starting to get a feeling she's, I don't think it's just her husband who's helping her write these. I think there's someone else involved as well.
Harry, thanks for the $2 super chat. Can you say it again? What kind of sauce it is? Worcestershire sauce. Rooster sauce.
Worcester.
Her thing is Darvo. Yeah, it's the litigation version of Darvo.
Yeah.
You sue people and then you flip it on, and then when they sue you back to get like their money for all
And
the
it's
shit they went
also
through.
and they
You
like to
become
use
the
slap as
victim.
well, and they also like to use slap by silencing critics
So
or attempting to.
she
Anyway.
focuses on this reliance of retroactive application, and that's not the way that works. And I'm not showing the last page because it has her address on it, and because this is downloaded straight from the website, I have not had time to redact the address. So we are stopping sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to stop share this one. This one was just up on the screen as a reminder when she says that Jeremy emailed the school or called the school. No, it was emails.
No.
It was two people, and neither one of them were Jeremy, because even Jeremy was like, I don't give a shit. Not my monkey, not my circus.
Yep. I mean, to be, I'm going to try to be as polite as I possibly can. This whole
Just say Lee and parents.
lean parent.
It's a brand. It's a brand name.
I mean, I didn't. She is trying to be. How can I put it? She's trying to be something that she's never going to be, and that's important. That's one point. The second point is, like, she's the one who's agitating the other side, but when the other side decide to go, no, you are actually the one to blame. You're the one who's victitious. So screw that, and then we get this. Most of that file was about that new rule, which I don't know about.
Well, and
So I
here's
can't
the
comment on.
thing. It is completely. It is just one of those situations where, like, none of us are important to the general public. We might be important to the people around us, but to random strangers, nobody is that fucking important. When
But
most people turn off their computers at night, none of us fucking matter.
here's my one question.
But the thing about it is she thinks that, and people have this mindset that I should be the most important person in everybody's lives. And that's not the way it's gonna work.
I mean, there's a black and white email. Right? Tat even announced it, made a post about it, and she still blames Jeremy Hale. Obviously, she's not paying attention to her surroundings.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta make a steak, and I gotta get on
Thank you, Hale.
the internet. But y'all, I do have a setup to redirect over there. I will be late. I have to go cook a steak.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for the banter, for the fun, the laughs, the giggles, and everything. And Squid, thank you very much for having me on tonight.
No, thank you.
And can you do me a favor in future? Like, can you get yourself one of those screensaver things so you don't accidentally on purpose?
It's the phone. Like, your chat was moving so fast that when I went to hit go to channel, the next option was.
Well, you and SMN are at the moment in a competition. You are leading by one.
It's weird. I wish YouTube would like change the way. Like, I wish it would change the way that it's listed, and I wish the movement of the chat would not affect the movement of the menu.
And by the way you say Worcester sauce and then Worcestershire.
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, would you like to get us out of here?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, Habibi and Habibtis, Masalama, Dankeschön, 3, 2. Oh!